everybody, welcome back to my channel. I do hope you guys are having a great Thursday so far. I'm re-recording this video because the first time when I recorded it, the file did not save. So I'm re-recording it while I'm in between packing and getting stuff together for Vegas. So to my channel, welcome. My name is Desiree. I do make cash stuffing videos here on YouTube along with budget by paychecks. I am currently working on the half payment method and comparing it to what it would be versus the budget by paycheck method. So I went ahead and used just the regular sheet of paper, and I have the payments kind of split up. That way you can see them compared side by side. So if you like all of that stuff, go ahead, subscribe, and don't forget to like this video. So let's see, I'm just going to use this bold pen here. So when it comes to the income, I'm just going to write the income at the very top. So I got paid, not much this time, $1,137.91. Now remember, I did say I took some VTO, which is voluntary time off. So when it comes to tithes, we are going to pay $114, and I'll go ahead and throw that 91 cents in as well. That way, when I subtract the amount from the income, we will have a even amount for $1,023. So when it comes to the half payment method for the expenses, we have AT&T, we have Nashville Electric Service, we have medical, we have Capital One, we have Straight Talk, we have Klarna, hopefully I said that right, we have State Farm, and we have rent. Now remember, my rent will go up when I sign the new lease before the 25th. And I'll just turn this to where you're physically able to see it. Even though I'm a lefty, I can write with straight paper, somewhat that is. And when it comes to the budget by paycheck, I'll go ahead and write out the bills that would have been paid from the budget by paycheck like I normally would do. So when it comes to rent, I typically always split the rent and nothing else. So we would have rent, we would have AT&T, we would have Nashville Electric Service, we would have medical, we would have Capital One, and we would have Straight Talk. So these two bills here, Klarna and State Farm, would typically come out the second paycheck for the whole entire amount. So we'll go back over to the half payment method. So with the half payment method, remember, and I'll just show you my little chart that I somewhat created. So this is my chart that I created in the bullet journal. So the 14th, the 15th, the 16th, the 22nd, the 23rd, those bills are already half paid. And half of that amount came from the third paycheck of July. And the rest of the payment have to come from this paycheck. And then it will be paid in full. So let me just set that over here. And let me go back to the page that I was on. So with the half payment method, we already got $30 set aside or paid for AT&T. We just need to pay the other half. For NES, we have to pay $60. For medical, we have to pay $28. Now, some of these bills are rounded up. That way I won't have to mess with change, because who likes doing that anyway? So for Capital One, we have $35. For Straight Talk, we have $50 left. When it comes to Klarna, this is where we would start that half payment method when it comes to Klarna, State Farm, and rent. So for Klarna, we're going to do $31, which that full bill is $62. For State Farm, that full bill is $207, but I did round up to $104. And what typically happens with the roundup money is it stays in my bank account. And what I typically do is whatever is left in my bank account, I will transfer that over to my 3 to 6 month savings with Ally or Ally Bank or whatever you all call it. When it comes to the rent, we are doing $383, and this amount equal up to $721. And I'll just double check that as well, because y'all know how I am when it comes to calculating things. So I'll go to my calculator and let's just check. So 30 plus 60 plus 28, 35, 50, 31, 104, 383 is $721. So I was right. Now what we want to do is go ahead and start with the budget by paycheck method. So typically I always split the rent. So we'll start out with rent, so $383. When it comes to AT&T, if we start out with the budget by paycheck, that means I will be paying the full bill for all of these bills here, except for rent. We always want to split rent. When it comes to NES, we want to pay $120. When it comes to medical bill is $55. When it comes to Capital One, that full amount is $70. And when it comes to Straight Talk, that amount is $100. So what I'm going to do is add all of these up, and I hope you guys can see that. So we got 383 plus 60 plus 120 plus 55 plus 70 plus 100 equals way more than we can afford from the looks of it. So we have $788 left. Now, if we were to actually budget by paycheck and not including rent, which would typically come out that last paycheck of the month, those bills would be $405, and I'll just put not include rent. So we'll go ahead and calculate everything separately. So 1023 minus 721 equals 302 left. And if we did 1023 minus 788 equals 235 left. And when we use the 405 amount, we'll do 1023 minus 405. And that will equal to 618 left. So we'll go ahead and finish out the half payment method. So now we have 302 left. When it comes to $302 left, it will take care of food, it will take care of gas, laundry, spending, and whatever else is left will go to sinking funds. So when it comes to food, we want to budget for $80, gas $10 because I haven't really been anywhere, so laundry will also get 10, and spending would get 20 bucks, and this should equal to $120. So if we add this up and just double check, that does equal $120. And let's see how much we have left. So when it comes to the amount that's left, so we have 302 minus 120, and we have $182 left. And guess where that amount is going to go? So we're going to do vacation because we're going to Vegas and we need some cash. So we're going to do 180. And we're going to do savings for $2. And since this amount equals 182, so this amount plus this amount plus this amount equals $1,023. And we can just double check that as well. So 182 plus 120 plus 721 is 1023. Did I say 182? My bad, y'all. 1023, not 182. So check this out. If we do the same thing, we'll do cash envelopes equal 120. And let's see what we have left. So we'll start with the 235. So 235 minus 120 equals 115 left. So vacation would have gotten $100. And savings would have gotten $15 since I can't pull anything under a $20 bill out. So as you can see the difference, the half payment method versus the budget by paycheck method gives you just a little bit more money. Now, if we didn't split the rent, so we have $788 with $405 left. And this is without splitting the rent. So we have $405 left. That means that cash envelopes would have gotten $120. Cash envelopes would have gotten $120. Vacation would have gotten $280. And savings would have gotten $5 because I can't take anything out the ATM machine without getting $20 bills. So this is a zero-based budget. Hello. Okay, so I am back. My cousin ended up calling me and want me to come get him, apparently. But I'm just going to take my time because I got stuff to do. So this right here is what a typical budget by paycheck would look like. But let me show you guys what would happen if rent was not split. So we'll take the same amount of income for 1023 left. And what we'll do, let's just say we got paid on the 25th, which is the next time I get paid. And let's say this amount of income is the same exact amount. So now your rent is due, or my rent is due for $765. Now, remember, since I get paid bi-weekly, I wouldn't get paid again until September the 10th, which would make my rent past due. So we're working with 1023. And I'll go ahead and list out the bills that typically would be due around the end of the month. So we got rent for $765. We got Klarna for $62. We got State Farm for the full amount for $207. So if we add those up, we have $765 plus 62 plus 207, which is $1,034. That would put us in the negative by, let's just see. So we'll use the same amounts for cash envelopes. That will, wait. So 1023 minus 1034 minus, that will put us in the negative by $131. That's not even including food. How would we survive with no money for food, no money for gas, no money for clean clothes, no money for anything else other than these bills here? So now that would push us to go into the savings account, take out enough money to survive for the next 2 weeks, and end up in the same exact situation. So this is the real budget by paycheck. This would be the budget by paycheck with rent split. wait a minute. This will be the budget by paycheck without rent. Without rent. And this would be the budget by paycheck with rent split. So with this method, the real budget by paycheck, we're left with a negative $131. With the budget by paycheck without adding rent, we're left with $405. But when we get paid at the end of the month, we're still going to be in the negative. And with this method, we're left with $235. And with the half payment method, we're left with $302 for food, gas, laundry, spending, vacation, and savings. So, which one of these would you prefer? Would you go with the half payment method, or would you do the budget by paycheck method with only $235 left, or would you go with the budget by paycheck method without adding rent, with having $405 left, meaning that you would have to pay more on your last paycheck and be in the negative? Or would you just stick to the half payment method? So in my case, I would stick with the half payment method, where I'm end up a half amount ahead and I still have money for food and gas and laundry and spending. I also have money for vacation and $2 adding to savings. So I do hope you guys have a great rest of your day.